Hi y'all, Abe here, and welcome back to the channel. Here's hoping you and yours are doing well. Continuing our playthrough of the Outer Worlds, we last left our hero, well, finally arriving at Stellar Bay. We actually had to land at Cascadia, which is another city or another settlement in Monarch. Monarch, as you may remember, we required a nav key in order to land in Stellar Bay. A nav key which we just sort of decided not to get because, well, it was too pricey, and for some reason Gladys didn't want to give it to me. So we just decided just to land on Monarch anyway. So it turns out that we can land on Monarch without the key, but we land pretty far away from Stellar Bay, which means that we sort of have to, you know, traverse the wilderness. Now the catch is that there are a lot of baddies and monsters and all kinds of things between Cascadia that seems to be deprived of human life and Stellar Bay. So we had to clear the town out of these monsters and traverse the wilderness where all these baddies just lie in wait, waiting for someone to come around so they can pounce on you. So we trekked through the wilderness and we have just arrived at Stellar Bay. Let's pop in. Let's see what we can get into. Let's leave that intimidate alone. Let's go ahead and go to leadership. Leadership? Yeah, let's do some leadership. It's fine. That's good. Okay, so let's go ahead and apply that. Looks like we got some stuff for Felix and Sam. What's going on there, Felix? Oh, okay, so you have another perk. Alright, let's have him reload much faster. That sounds like a good idea. And Sam, what's your thing? Sam's deal bonus damage to auto mechanicals. Alright, let's do that. There you go. Alrighty, so we are here. Let us go to where the little green marker is, shall we? Let's see what we can see.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Who? Who's been killed? Who's yelling for help? Okay. Nobody's talking? What about you? You talking?
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Okay. Nyoka.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding all over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
You're a hunter? You ever killed a rapt with your bare hands?
That's a good question.
Matter of fact, I was just regaling our drink master here of a time when a baby rap snatched an heirloom of mine. Had to chase it halfway to Fallbrook. When I finally caught it, I was so mad I tore its jaw clean off. Reached in, wrenched my medallion from its belly. Caught me an awful burn. But I'd say it was worth it.
A burn? You were disfigured? That rap leave you with some sort of grisly-looking scar?
Hey now, woman's gotta have her secrets.
You sound like you'd be a great hiking companion.
Ooh, charmer. Don't get a lot of that around here. Folks mostly grump at me about how I should join the MSI payroll. Nice change of pace. Buy me a drink, will you?
Sure. Another round, bartender.
Outstanding! What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find information broker. I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business. I'm headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure. What do you need?
Outstanding! Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month, on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
And if I can't get a steroid or caffeine something or other?
That's quitter talk. You want me shooting straight? Give me my meds.
Okay. All right. I'll be back. I should just... McGuire, what's your deal?
Well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Let's see. Why is this place called the Yacht Club?
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
Are there any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
You said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the iconoclasts or some such.
What happened at Amber Heights?
Bunch of marauders broke into the executive compound, slaughtered everyone.
Shit.
Corporations pulled out of Monarch not long after. I thought everyone knew. But then that was 10 years ago. Still feels fresh to us every time we look at our walls, though.
How well do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks. Something else I can do for you?
Nice. Let me see what you have for trade. What are you selling? Okay, you're just selling brewskis. Alright, I don't need any brewskis. Off we go. What's your deal, bub?
Got any news from the rest of Halcyon?
Oh man, you people are just starving for
You
news.
don't look like sublight. Must be freelance.
Okay. Alright, boys, let's go. We gotta get, what, pills?
What
Is
are
it?
the chances of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Man, these people. Well, it's Monarch people. Well, don't know what that is yet, but a lot of open areas. A lot of places to go around and do stuff.
Thou must seem out of sorts to you? She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Wouldn't know. I made it a point to stay out of her way.
Worker, okay. Let's go get the pills. Let's do that before things get a little too crazy. Is this? Oh, terminal. Monarch Stellar Industries. This terminal's use is restricted to authorized medical engineers. Unauthorized use will warrant action from your site safety engineer. Okay, employee login. Please enter your assigned login credentials. If you've forgotten your assigned login credentials, please report to your supervisor for reassignment. Can I not hack this thing? It doesn't let me select it, so I don't know. What's my hacking skill at? Hold on a second. I'm just curious at this point. Hacking skill is 25. Oh no, we have to fix that somehow. Let us go. Oh wait, no, we can open this door, can't we? Yes, we can. What's in here? Steel magpike. Weapon parts. Nobody can see me. Let's steal all this shit. Man, 23 out of 30, huh?
If Velma's capable of running the warehouse, she can certainly pick up her own caffeinoid.
Don't be so hard on her. With Brax missing, she's working doubles and needs a little edge.
Very well, dearie. But you stop by anytime you like, hmm?
Thanks, I'll keep that in mind.
You Gladys's sister or something? What's up with you?
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Aw, aren't you just sweet?
What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Well, Auntie Abigail. Can I call you Abigail? I've been asked to pick up medicine, some kind of caffeine or steroids.
Bless your little heart, you must mean caffeinoid. If it's pep you need, one pill does the deed. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's awful!
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
I don't doubt it for a second. Experience? I guess you've worked here a long time.
You are too precious. How about you just tell me who that caffeinoid's for, dearie?
Let's see here. Well, what happens if I say it's for Nyoka? It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
No, not even a little bit. There must be some way I can increase Nyoka's allotment.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here. I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room, for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Forgetful fellow, eh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Where's the graveyard? Oh, no, hold on. The flower of enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
Oh.
We're gonna go tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Guess I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Chin up, dearie.
Alright, Abigail. I should shoot you, but I'm not going to because, well, I'm just not that kind of guy. What's here? Anything here worth looking for? No? And upstairs is that room which I need... What do I need now? I need... What was the employee login ID? I need a hack of 55. Right, okay. Alright, so I don't have none of those yet. Let's take a look-see. I wonder, can I warp back to the ship? I should probably pick up Vicar Max. Don't know if I can, or can't I? Actually, where's the space terminal? Maybe I can call my ship to me. I'm already here, so that's not the issue. This is that place where I was, and my ship is my ship is all the way over here. Hold on, I want to test something out before I do that. There has got to be a spaceport here. Is it there? If I were a ship and I needed to land here, where would I go? Let's take a look around, people. Oh, the constable. Oh. Alright, oh, what's this here? Is this the constable? Oh no, it's not the constable. Oh. But I may have to loot. I may have to loot this entire place. Let us begin. Alright, out we go. I'm curious as to where the ships would land. I want to try out and see if I can call my ship back. From where it's at, though, where it's at is not that big of a problem, I don't think. This looks promising. What's this?
Hey, hold on there. I gotta sign you in.
You gotta sign me in? Who? Who are you?
Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
You seem surprised.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out there?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-road traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Mambo San Juan.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Is Stellar Bay really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
You're not what I expected to find on Monarch.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Did he just say raptidons and cannibals? I can't wait.
Are you saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell. Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I think I want to go talk to this Sanja guy. Let's see here. I'm going to have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
That depends. What is it?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in?
Sure, I can ask about your poster.
Thanks a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Okay, looks like we got a quest. Actually, hold on. I still wanna go and use this elevator. I wanna see what's up there. Nope, here it is. Zero. Oh, here it is. Aha! So this is where the ships are. Use terminal. Insert Hawthorne's ID cartridge. Inserted. Verifying Captain's ID cartridge. Verified. Designated Captain Hawthorne. A designated vessel. Unreliable. The initiating remote landing protocol. Confirmation received. Oops. Did I already call from... Oh, I guess I did. It's the unreliable. Oh, the unreliable. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up Vicar Max. You're right. Let's go get the Vicar.
Didn't I request no more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Don't know, Ada. You're going mad, clearly. Oh wait, I don't need to see him. I just need to leave. Sorry, folks. Losing my mind here a little bit. Okay, I'm leaving. Let's take the Vicar with us. So we'll take Felix, who just is overjoyed with killing things. And let's take the Vicar with us. This ought to be an interesting combination. Alrighty. Let us go. And so I have 2 markers here. I'm assuming that's to get out of this place. But right now I'm going to go ahead and mark up. Where are you? The empty man. Reginald Cheney. Oh, lucky, he's right here. Very nice. Or maybe, oh, what's this? Several phrases have been marked off. Right between the eyes. There were 3, no 4. That rat was this big. Took it down with 1 shot. Buy me a drink. Nyoka Bartok Bingo Sheet. Oh man, that's awesome. That's pretty awesome. What's this? Oh, this is just a toilet. Is it a toilet? No, we're not going into the toilet, weirdos. Get away from me.
I wonder sometimes what they're doing on other colonies.
You wonder that, huh? What is happening?
Think they're
here?
watching the same
Gotta go all the way
serials,
around.
following the same tossball games? You're not not listening to a word, are you?
No.
Wrap musk and canid eyes, right here.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble.
Oh, what's wrong, lady? What's up? Hit me.
Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Your child's missing? Where'd you last see him?
Oh, I just knew you were a good person. Agnes, I said, this is the man to save your little Tucky. And I was right.
Uh-oh.
He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers.
Oh,
He should
wow.
have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
Is this a grown-ass dude or is this a little kid? Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast
Oh my
already.
goodness. Graphic much? What were you saying about the iconoclast?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good.
Not sure I'm seeing the problem here.
You're one of them, aren't you? You should be ashamed of yourself, young man. Just as your mama would be. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Where's Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts. Or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them.
God, this
the
lady's
things that could
just
happen to
so...
my sweet baby.
Did you say there was a reward involved for this request?
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
I'll help you find your son.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So that was pretty awesome. I'm guessing...
Vic, you're starchier than a Spectrum potato, but you got a mean left hook, and I respect that.
Thanks, I think. Guess I could give you some pointers.
Yeah? All right, let's hear it.
Well, most significantly, aside from how you form and angle your fist, is that you cannot just punch with your arm. You must turn your upper body into it to generate any real force.
That sounds real complicated. I think I'll stick with the Millstone Special, which is when I kick a jackass square in the chest.
Nice.
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Okay. What up, Sanjar?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Oh, no. Not the loins.
Often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
That's very generous of you. No, hold on. I guess I'll wait till you're done with your meeting then.
And a sense of humor, too. Did you hear that, Celia?
I heard it, sir.
But I'm sure you didn't come here to trade witticisms. No, you're here for business.
I'm just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
Quite perceptive of you. Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
I bet. And you're tired of scrunging and scraping by, is that right?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Can't imagine why you'd sneer at the notion of a free colony. Could it be because you're an agent of the establishment?
I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
Wow.
Sounds like something out of the chairman's own notes, Vic.
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Returning to the board is your only chance if you hope to survive here on Monarch. That doesn't mean it'll be easily achievable.
Indeed not. No worthwhile plan was ever simple. That's what I always say.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
You do seem to have a bit of a Raptidon problem. Just a wee bit.
And a Mantisaur problem. And a Marauder problem.
Many, many problems, but they can all be solved with a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you until you said the phrase extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush.
Once you have the Bolt 52, what's the other part of the plan?
I'll need to gather some supplemental materials, but I mustn't get ahead of myself.
You do tend to do that.
The Bolt 52 will be in the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. And these days, it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Then I'll guess I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Before I go, I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Do you mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1.
What happened to the other corporations?
As you may have noticed, this planet has more than its share of hazards. And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
But not MSI, right?
Our leadership at the time certainly wanted to.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
I take it your leadership did not embrace your ideas.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
That's low, even for them.
I don't think I realized how far they'd stoop. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a fair deal.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want to go back to the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, they'll own your dignity too.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes. It'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
And they invoked it for Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
I want to talk about something else.
What can I do for you?
I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I've got to go. Okay. So, Sanjar, buddy, Opal, chum.
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match?
Nobody wants
No
to
one?
do that, Rick. Stop. Alrighty, so we have a couple of options, it seems. Let's see what we got going on the map here. Oops. So the map we have some stuff going on up here. That's actually where we're at now. And there's nothing else? No, I guess I have to discover all those places because there's nothing here yet. Okay, outdoors it is. Let us go to the outdoors, gentlemen. Where is the door? Where's the door? Where's the door out? Oh, there it is. Let's go. Stellar Bay Ruins. Okay. 174 arms storage. Alright, so that's the building we were in before. What quest is that for? Let me see. That's for the bolt. And where is this thing for you?
On to your hats,
Ricker?
children. This
Wow.
ride is about to get ugly.
That is a hike. Let's see where is that in comparison to the map of... Oh, come on. Seriously, why are you loading so much? Ooh, that is all the way over here. Right, so that's a hike. And that's on the other side of town, too. Alright, I'm not going to do that just yet. Let's go back to... Let's see here. What was it with the pills? That one's also nearby, it seems. No, that is on the other side. Yes. Okay. I wish this thing will show up all the quests that are active or that I have. It's just so weird. Amber Heights, where is that? That's on the other side as well. Alright, so it looks like I'm just going to go ahead and do this bolt thing. Because that's the one that's nearby. So let's go. Alrighty.
What's up, boss? Got him! Oh, that had to hurt!
Muerte! Oh, so close. What? What? Somebody tossed shit at me? What is that? Nobody?
Well done. We're still alive.
We are that. We are that, my friend. We are... Just making sure we got nothing coming after us. Oh. Hello.
Incoming.
Something else hitting me? What? Oh. Nice. Good job, boys. Nice work in laying these buggers out. Let's see. Oh, come on. Seriously? I better start looting like crazy so I can get this, whatever this thing is that I need. Ugh. Should have bought something over there at the store. Or whatever.
Looks like we're doing it.
What is... Stop puking at me, dude.
Don't mess with us.
Bastards. Is this back into the town, or is this some other thing? What is this? Sealed. Okay. Let's see if I can find that thing I need to open this thing. It's time to loot!
That's one down. Everyone all right?
Yeah, I think everyone's okay. Just gonna go ahead and go through this stuff. Maybe I can get something I can use. Alright, so I think I'm gonna go back into town and try to get another one of these things that I need, because I don't think it's lootable anywhere. Alrighty. Let's see if there is a place I can buy some stuff. What's in here? Is this an establishment? It is. Oh, let's see. Can I buy some stuff from you? Alright, so I want to buy... What are those things called? A bypass shunt. Restricted cannot purchase this Why not? Why can't I purchase it? Damn you. Why do you have it there if I can't purchase it? Alright, screw it. Let's see. Are they all restricted stock? What is wrong with that guy in the front there? Hold on a second. Buy... Also restricted. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume they're all restricted. I wonder if, hey, is this your place?
Watch your step if you venture outside the walls.
Okay, is this your place? Can I take a look at your computer here? To S. Nandy. Sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Do you think you could talk to her about it? Isaac, can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis swarms. And mantis swarms infestation is everyone's problem. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all times of the day, night. But maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. Oh my goodness, she is one of those. Do you have a... No, she doesn't have one. If not, I would steal it. Let's see, this looks like to be the domiciles of everyone that's here. Let's see, what's this? Anybody in here?
Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
What a gruesome way to die.
Who died? Where? From where? Oh. Oh no. Should I report this? Somebody killed somebody. Examine. Tossball betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. Interesting. Oh, there's a pouch. What do we got in here? Hastily packed suitcase. Several rugged outfits, all the same cut and color, were stuffed into the suitcase. Interesting. I don't think there's anything else here I can look at. Is something on the ground here? I don't think so. Oh, looks like we inadvertently got ourselves into another quest. This one involving murder. What's this? So someone's dead. That lady's a nag.
Whatever you do, don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about Mostly Colonists, you'd be thankful.
Well, I hate to tell you, ladies, but Isaac is dead. Very, very sad.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Okay. Didn't mean to scare you. I'll go. I'm just here looking through your shit. Out for deliveries. Dropping a care package off with mothers in the old ruins south of Stellar Bay. Be back soon. Laura, I know you're reading this. Stay out of my things. What are you doing there, Missy? Alright. Looks like I picked up another quest. And I'm still no closer to buying that thing that I need. Let me talk to the barkeep here.
Good
What's
day
up
to you.
with you? Good day to you. Hey, man.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Well, let's not have any of that now. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't.
We're used to folks swooning at our feet. You don't gotta be embarrassed.
A healthy survival reflex is nothing to be embarrassed about. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
How's that?
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rats spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Why did you decide to stay in the first place?
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Seems like you'd want more than centimeters.
I could do with a few kilometers of cold vacuum.
but that spaceship is flown.
Ever thought about leaving?
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
You forgot stabbed. That's also a possibility.
Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave.
I'm off.
Lucky you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, doesn't look like I'm going to get the thing I'm going to need from here, and I am running a bit long today, so we're going to end it there, folks. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Abe. Catch you on the next one.